Hi there, this is Saheel. I am the founder of Spectre Corwin. Today we are going to be talking about Google Ads keyword research, and more specifically how we run keyword research at Spectre Corwin. Keyword research is one of the most important aspects of a successful Google Ads campaign. The reason why keyword research is very important is because when it comes to the quality score, keyword research actually impacts all three elements here. A good quality score means that you are going to have lower cost per clicks and also a better ad rank. We want to make sure that we have a Google Ad structure that is very coherent, from the campaigns to the keywords down to the ads and then to the landing pages as well. So as you can see here from a example ad group structure we've got here for HubSpot, you can see that all of the keywords mentioned here, the ad groups and the landing pages all align. This is what we call in Google Ads message match. Having message match is very important for running successful Google Ads. In today's video, we are going to be focusing primarily on the category keywords mentioned here. I would recommend you actually do this for your branded campaigns, your competitor campaigns, and also the problem aware campaigns as well. Because the category campaign is the most important and requires the most budget, I wanted to go ahead and show you how I would do keyword research for this particular campaign. When it comes to keyword research, this is our 4-step process at Spectre Corwin. First of all, you need to have a keyword research tool. So obviously there are many on the market. The keyword research tool that I use myself is SpyFu. Once in SpyFu, we want to make sure that we get the category pages from G2, Capterra and GetApp. This will actually give us a lot of keywords. However, we also want to make sure that we look at our competitor URLs and our own site as well to ensure we can get a very thorough outlook of the keywords out there. Today's example will be ATO. Before conducting keyword research, I like to use a template that I've built here. So this just splits the keywords in different tabs. It just makes it more structured for me and actually helps me when going ahead and creating ad groups from these keywords. What we want to do firstly is actually look at the G2 category page. So if you just go onto G2's website here, I'm just going to search for ATO. There we go. And we just want to find the category section here. A lot of the times it's towards the bottom. They do keep changing their user interface, so just need to make sure. Sometimes it's mentioned here, but it looks like it might be at the bottom. Yeah, there you go. For ATO, G2 has only listed one category, which is CRM. Obviously this is very relevant for ATO's case. So what we want to do is take the URL here and you want to open up SpyFu. Once you have SpyFu open, we just want to place that URL into the search bar here. So as you can see here, we want to go down and look at the top keywords, view all organic keywords here. Just going back to our guide before, we really want to filter our search by these phrases here. This will actually give you very tight, high intent keywords to go after. Just want to go back to the SpyFu results here. If you go on filters, you can actually add the different variations. So we've got a software. I'm only doing a few here just to give you an example, but you want to make sure that you have all of the different variations added here. So if we click on apply, this will give us a more high intent list of keywords which we can go by. So we've got a total keywords of 822. So if you actually look at the keywords themselves, you can filter this by volume if you want. That's absolutely fine. We've got a lot of keywords here that are relevant to our filters. As you can see, each keyword has that variation included in it. So what we want to do now is actually export this as a list. So if we export it as a CSV, and yeah, so that will be downloaded there. And then what we want to do is actually move on to the next platform, which is Capterra. Just want to go on the Capterra website And if we type in Atio again, there you go. So see, it's got Atio here. Sometimes if you put in the domains, it can cause an issue. So I would recommend you just type in the company name. That's what I've found to work best, really. If we scroll, this is the category section here. So we want to do the same thing as before. For the video's sake, I'm just going to go on one of the categories. However, you do want to make sure you do this for all of the categories. You just copy the URL here now, and we go back to Spy Food, and then we enter the URL and run that search. So there you go. So it's got 1,269 keywords here. Obviously, some of the keywords won't be as relevant to Atio, so we want to make sure we filter this again. So again, we want to add the same variations. You've got map to platform software. Again, I'm just gonna add a few, but you want to make sure you add all of the different variations. Apply that. So now the total number of keywords has gone down to 583. So it's actually halved the keywords. A lot of the time it removes the irrelevant keywords for you already. So this just makes it easier for you as well going forward. You have a very targeted high intent list to go by. So again, you want to do the same thing, export all, export as a CSV, and then later on we can just copy and paste that into our master keyword research sheet. So yeah, so that's done as well. I just want to show you an example for GetUp as well before we just go ahead and quickly do a competitor URL search. So for GetUp, we just want to again just search for the company name. So you've got Atio here. Sometimes what I've found is when I'm struggling to find categories on Capterra and G2, GetUp is quite good. A lot of the times it does include a lot of categories here. So a lot of the time it actually has more categories than G2 and Capterra. So it's worth definitely looking into this as well. A lot of people seem to miss this off their research, but I try to be thorough as much as I can. So you've got 5 different categories here. For the video's sake, we're just gonna look at the CRM category here. So again, same thing, copy and paste it into Spy through our research tool. Just wait for that to load, and then yeah, look, we've got over 1,000 keywords. Again, you just want to filter those for the high intent phrases. So I'm just going to add the different variations here. So we click apply, and then you'll see it go down. So again, it's half the total number of keywords. So these are all relevant keywords. We just want to export again as a CSV. So we've got 3 files now. So you've got the file from G2, the file from Capterra, and the file from GetUp as well. Now, you've already got a decent amount of keywords to go after. However, what I also want to do is just show you some competitor research. I know that is for a different campaign. However, sometimes you can find really good keywords that you can actually target for the category campaigns from your competitors. So it's worth looking into that as well. On our master sheet, I did find a couple of competitors for Atio. So the first one is Folk. So with Folk's website, what we want to do is just go ahead, copy that, put that directly into your research tool. For me, that will be Spy Food. So you'll be able to see all of the organic keywords that they are ranking for. Again, a lot of these keywords, for example, won't be relevant, such as reminders. They got a lot of branded keywords, but what helps is our filters. You've got app to software system. You click on apply here. The total number of keywords has considerably reduced now, so we want to just go ahead and export this as a CSV. Whilst that's getting done, we want to go back to our master keyword research sheet and look at competitor number 2, which is Pipedrive. So you can just go ahead and copy the URL, paste it into SpyFu, and then the total number of keywords. Whilst we just wait for that to run. See, there you go. So that's the total number of keywords, the top organic keywords. We're just going to go ahead and get the full list, And then again, we just want to add our filters on here. Once we have the filters ready, we can then go ahead and export this as well. And then finally, I also want to show you Atio's website as well. Before we do that, let's just add the filters here. So you've got up to systems, software. So if I click on apply, just wait for that to load, and then once we have that, we just need to export this. And finally, we're just going to go ahead and do the same for Atio's own website as well, just to see how they are ranking organically, and then see if we can move that into the paid side as well. As you can see here, this is a very concise list here. So again, we can do the same thing here, export as CSV. Finally, we just want to get Atio's own website and then put that into SpyFu. They've got over 3,000 organic SEO keywords. So again, you want to add the filters in place. And then you can just go ahead and export. Yeah, there you go. So see how that's gone very concise now. Over 3,000 to just 397 total keywords. So just want to go ahead and export this. Now you will have all of the files in your folder. What I would recommend you do is just go ahead and get those inserted into your master sheet now. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that my end. So there you have it. Now we have all of our keywords inputted into the correct sections here. So we've got the G2 category page keywords here. We've got Captera keywords here, Get Up. We've got the folk keywords, Pipedrive, and then Atio's keywords here. Now that we have all of our keywords added onto the master keyword sheet, we just need to go back to the guide, and we just want to go through each keyword and just ask yourself, if someone typed this keyword into Google and landed on your website, would they be satisfied? Would they be the person that you are looking to get on board? And if that's the case, you want to keep that keyword. If not, you want to cut it from the list. What I really like to do is just create a column to the left here and just type here include, and then go through each keyword manually and just write next to it if you want to keep it or not. So for example, yes, and yes, and then you want to go ahead, do the same for all of the keywords. You'll see when you go down, you might have some that are irrelevant, so you just want to go ahead and click on no on them. Once you've done that, you can then filter the sheet, keep the ones that have yes and remove the ones that have no. Once you've narrowed down the keyword list further, you want to go ahead and theme these keywords into relevant ad groups. The way to do that is actually have similar relevant keywords in a similar ad group. So then you can go ahead and create relevant ads and then relevant landing pages for those. That will actually go ahead and increase your quality score and in turn reduce your cost per click and your budgets. Thank you very much for your time today, and see you on the next one.